same story for the veteran from Southern California, Brianna Do. She's up ahead at the par 5 7th, and Tom Abbott is there watching.
Yeah, missed the green from 87 yards, but I think she would fancy that one, and certainly giving it a good go. Should be an easy 5.
This is the par 3 15th, and Russia's Natalia Guseva.
She's going along really nicely yesterday. A little bit disappointed with her finish, but this looks to be on a great line. That'll do.
Another of the Epson Tour graduates, a rookie on tour, another player from China, Yahweh Zhang.
Yeah, you go into the locker room on the LPGA and you go past the L's and it feels like it's just going on forever with all these players with the same last name. But Lee 5, she's kind of a veteran now, 36 years old. She's had some good seasons, some not so good seasons, but it's great to see her still out here competing to a high level.
And grinding. Saw that nice up and down for Aline Crowder at the 11th. Great approach from Yahweh Zhang. Yeah, so the Epson Tour graduates. We've already seen one win this year, Ingrid Lindblad in LA. This is the comebacker for par for Crowder after the pitch went long. Oh, that was worth the wait. I know she would love to play for the Solheim Cup team in her home country next year. Keeps hitting shots like that.
This hole was not kind to her yesterday, if memory serves me correctly, with the Cenote penalty area coming into play for Brianna. That's going to be a drop shot, so I think she will feel pretty hard done by there. I think it was a good tee shot, just that first bounce that you mentioned, Mel.
Yeah, she left us in a really good spot. And we thought we've got to keep the pace up. Yeah, very good.
She was raving about Bernardus, the host site.
Oh, yes.
You want to pull off to the right a little.
How big is that to make after dropping a shot at 6? Here's Gabby Ruffles, second at the 9th.
This hole's been playing the toughest hole all week. Number 1, overtook 16 after yesterday. That's a really nice approach shot there. Used to being in that position. You've got to keep that in mind. When you're a chasing pack, you've just got to put your foot down on the gas and just, you never know what happens. You might get in a bit of a rhythm, make a few birdies here and then, you start jumping up the leaderboard. Self-belief starts coming in. Territory, got it out there eventually, so it's going to be a fun weekend of golf.
One of those is the rookie Jenny Bay from Atlanta. Kay Cockrell with his final pair.
Yeah, that's an 8-iron on the way. She watched Miranda Wang hit a solid 8 before her, knew that was the club.
Here's another player trying to win for the first time. She almost got it done on the biggest stage of the Chevron Championship, lost in that 5-way playoff. Lindy Duncan, she just keeps playing well.
Yeah, one of the most popular stories so far on the LPGA. Changed coach this offseason to Sean Foley. He's really freed her up.
I think the grain just pulled it off to the left a bit at the end.
Tell you what, Kay, there were 2 great reads from you there.
Brianna Do, the lie that she had for that third shot was very poor, and just didn't hit a great shot. This one needs to go. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 2 bogeys in a row to finish the front 9 for Brianna.
Well, here's one of the highest ranked players among those in contention, Hye-Jin Choi, number 44 in the world. She's been in the top 25 for a lot of her career. Par putt from Masson at the 12th. How about that pairing?
Ball sitting nicely, downhill chip that should funnel left to right.
She burst onto the Epson Tour, won 2 of her first 3 starts. Hye-Jin Choi at the 11th. Yeah, answers back-to-back bogeys to get it back to 4 under.
Into the wind, so that's going to be the key, and obviously getting it to run through the fringe, which can be a bit sticky here. So she hasn't hit it. She's going to leave herself more work.
And, she had that 3-shot lead. Here's the second for Lee 5 at the 11th.
Ooh. She almost dunked that, didn't she?
I think so. Brianna for par at 10 needs it.
Yeah, leaking. Yeah, she's dropped a couple of shots. Doesn't want to drop another one. I think that was very important to make 3 there.
Chisato Iwai has a chance. 15.
Yeah, this has been one of the toughest par 3s out here this week, but with that front left hole location, it's...
Ideally, she'll start this left of the flag and let the wind and the slope filter it to the right. Or you kind of just go at it. That always works.
Even then, you see it roll. She may have thought the same thing.
That hang out to the right.
It did, yeah.
83 yards here. Been looking down at the line with her caddy, trying to figure out how this is going to come out. It's come out well. Just needs a bit of stop. It's right at the flag.
Mm-hmm. Nice up and down from Miranda after the 65 yesterday. Just 1 birdie today, and Chisato Iwai is going to pitch this one.
Yeah, this hole's been playing Carnage all week. She looks to judge that really nicely, though, in the front of the green.
Her sister Akie was rolling 6 under through 11 by way of Stanford University. Aline Crowder.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. This is probably one of the most windiest tee shots out there with the ocean there on the right. That's a beauty there.
And from off the front of the green at 11, the leader Bay.
4 paces to the edge of the green, another 7 to the hole.
Hye-Jin Choi, 3rd at the par 5, 13th.
Gettable in position today, 13 on, 5 off the right.
Aline Crowder to get to 3 under and ties her for 10th place.
And she's creeping up there.
Won the women's amateur at West Lancashire, not far from Liverpool, right there in Liverpool. About 3.5, 4 feet for Jenny.
Yeah, the green really falls off on the right-hand side, so she's got to decide where she's going to pitch this, because there's a bit of an upslope about 2/3 of the way it ends. And yeah, I think, Mel, she was just kind of between the shot that she wanted to play there.
Here's Jenny Shen for birdie at 13. Okay, well, there you go. Not her best wedge, one of her best putts. And Hye-Jin Choi trying to match the birdie from Jenny Shen. That shoulder. Here's Caroline Masson at the 14th.
Very good chipper of the golf ball. Oh. And she just proved me right there, so thank you, Caroline Masson. Beauty.
You know, 24 paces on, she wants to come up a little bit short, maybe hit a 140-yard shot. She went out after that one hard. Pretty good line. This does play back into the wind.
It's not a bad person to be a mentor, I can tell you that much.
This is an eagle pitch for Chisato Iwai.
Oh, she played that lovely, didn't she?
And that was a pitch to make, wasn't it?
Time transitioning from college golf to professional golf, and Julie has helped her mentally believe in herself and trust the process.
Julie can bring the personality out of anyone. And here's
definitely
Jenny with the 3-shot lead. And that, you know, 50K is great, but that's priceless. The chance to have a mentorship with someone of Julie's caliber. Mel, how long she's been out here. Hae-Ji Kang of Korea, 17th season, 300 LPGA starts. This for eagle at 18. Look out. Okay. Never won out here. She did win on the Epson Tour as a 17-year-old back in the day.
Yeah, this is a real scoring opportunity here. Try and get this one up and down. Get a birdie back on the card, but if she's pulled it left to the hole, it's going to make the birdie putt a lot longer than she would have liked. About flag high there.
It's almost like you're finishing with almost like back-to-back par fives because of that moved up tee. So Chisato Iwai, who made birdie, an 11th hour victory. And another good one and a chance.
Ruling it out there and not knowing what you're going to get in. You get to tournaments late, 'cause you get in late. It just, your preparation is to stall off, and it's a difficult. You know, it's a real big uphill battle for a lot of these players.
LPGA victory finishes birdie. Jing Yan at 13 for birdie.
Again, that just misses low. Opportunities missed there on the par 5. You're looking to birdie that one.
A lot of golf still to play. A birdie at 16 would be picking up about a stroke and a half on the field. Hedge and Choi at 15. Is it enough? Not quite. Good position. Inside the top 10.
One of these players has a ton of experience.
Putting the target up there. Gabby Ruffles to get it back to 2 under.
Very nice. Can get a little bit streaky with the putter. Everything else I feel is very solid in her game, very consistent.
Yahweh Zhang, second shot at the short 17th.
Oh, look out. Nicely done. It's a bit of a misread there, I think. The multi-athlete. Played a lot of competitive tennis growing up. That's a great golf shot there.
Putt for par at the 14th.
Things are not going Brianna Doe's way right now. She needs to pick up that mindset.
Gabby Ruffles with a chance to get a shot here at 15.
Yeah, she came out of that a little bit early. Didn't quite release the putt out. You could just see her there practicing that.
Finished her second round strong yesterday.
She had a lovely tee shot in there. Take advantage of these opportunities, and she does that right there. Nice birdie.
Nice, fluid, aggressive swing there, Mel.
Yeah, she looks like she likes it. She's clicking her fingers to maybe sit down a little bit.
Yeah, I think she struck that so solidly it just went right through the wind.
This would be a good time for Brianna Doe to hit a good shot. Par 3, 15th, Tom.
Yeah, it certainly would. They moved the tee up today, but once that ball gets up in the air, it just hits that wall of wind. This is not a good line if it's enough.
It is enough time. She's got about a 5-footer up the hill there.
Yahweh Zhang is for birdie to get to 6 under. Look out, just 19 years old. Rookie off the Epson Tour to hit green in regulation. Caroline Masson at the short 17th for birdie.
Always admired her putt and stroke, the rhythm, the way she takes the putter back and releases it. It's just nothing much can go wrong with that putt and stroke, and it's been a little bit of comfort. But you know, it makes you a lot calmer than it would be if she was playing, you know, with like a Lindy
Mel
Duncan.
Reed. Yeah.
Mel Reed.
Yeah.
I think she'd be very calm if she was playing against me.
No.
Well, I'm sort of giving up on my reads.
Trust it. Oh, she knew
well
it.
read, Kay.
She read
well
that one
read,
perfectly,
Kay.
Mel. Yes.
Well done.
Brianna Doe for a much-needed birdie at 15.
Yeah, she really needs this. She's watched Jin Yang on a similar line already putt, so she should know the line. She does. Yeah, that was really important there to make a 2.
For Brianna Doe, age 35 now. Comebacker for Jenny Bay. Not in yet.
Well done.
Less than a quarter of the field has hit this green in regulation. Gabby did, and this for a rare birdie.
She's birdied this a couple of times
She has.
already this week, so she's the only person that's actually dominating this hole.
Yeah, it really speaks to the accuracy to find the fairway and that narrow neck It's 167 yards. Safe side is right here. It is right to the flag, but she will have a birdie putt.
Which, as we said, is rare. Hye-Jin Choi at the 17th. This for birdie to get to 4 under. She was part of that great rookie class in 2022 with.
See if she can shake off the miss she just watched.
Solid.
Be a little fist pump for this one, I think, if Shiggy makes this. Oh, dead on line in the jaws.
Got that nickname from, I think, Julia Molinaro when they
That's
played at
right.
Arizona State. The
That's
Italian
right.
called her Giganda. Gabby Ruffles, second shot. 17 playing 263 today. Can she dial in this pitch?
She certainly can. Very nice. Birdie at 16, birdie at the 17th.
Otherwise, flawless. Hye-Jin Choi, can she join that group at 4 under?
Another player that's going to be on the prowl tomorrow.
She's won here before. She won at El Camaleon, the World Amateur Team Championship back in.
Pretty straightforward pitch shot. 7 paces to the front, another 12 to the hole. Decent amount of green to work with.
Par putt for Jenny Bay to stay up by 2. Rock solid.
Yeah, these are the putts she's keeps on making.
Yeah, this is not too bad from behind this screen. Chip it up there, get a close make of 4. I thought with that second shot there, yeah, that one's going to be okay. But with that second shot, her feet just sunk right down into the water. The ball was sitting fine. It's too dangerous to be aggressive. I think tomorrow it would almost be more fun to have the tee moved up where a player, if they have to make a 2, ball's going to be further below her feet than it was originally, but she's going to be maybe a club length further right of this tree, which she's thinking about. She's going to give it a go, and it went right of the tree, trying to chase it up there. Might get close to the front of the green, and up. That's a fantastic shot.
And that's going to be a putt for eagle for Brianna Doe.
25-footer, back uphill, left-right break.
She birdied her first 3 holes of the day, none since. Only 1 bogey, so 2 under total. Her 1-shot lead when the round began is now 2. Opportunity missed here.
Yeah, you've got to think so. She's getting a little bit frustrated. She doesn't need to be.
Oh, yeah. 2 in a row. Huge saves.
Around the golf course, and they would be delighted to see this one go in from Brianna Doe. So should she. They're just down the grain there, running past the hole. Birdie there will be nice. They've got a concert coming up tonight. It's one of Argentina's finest acts, and then tomorrow, after play finishes a little earlier than today, they've got a Mexican pop band that is very famous here.
Much easier shot, ball below her feet, but not sitting poorly in the rough.
How about this finish from Miranda Wang? This could have ended her hopes of winning these last 3 holes. And instead, she's going to play them in 1 under.
Instead, she's still very much in this tournament. She just tapped that in to be going tied 5th.
With Bay still working hard. Well, the lead will be as it was when the day began today. 1 into the final round. End of the day, she shoots 71. Not the finish she wanted, but big picture.
Yeah.
Jenny Bay is in front.
I mean, that last group, you've got to think Miranda